This is the third video, no, this is the fourth video in a series of videos for trying to help Ken Stout with his computer's failure to install the cumulative Windows updates. In the last video, I showed him how and asked him to manually download and install the cumulative update for July. He tried that, it failed. Not surprised on my part. And I'm not going to be surprised if this actually goes for a few more things that I have him try to do that don't work. But it's important to be thorough. That's one reason for going through all these steps. Second reason for going through all these steps is to document this for whoever else might be having difficulty down the road and come find their way to these videos regarding Windows updates not working. This is something I have come across many times before and sometimes been able to solve. Sometimes have not been able to solve, and we wind up doing a wipe and reload or nuke and pave, whatever you want to call it, the nuclear option of starting all over again. And I'm very, very interested in taking this exploration farther and deeper, trying to find the, what is it called? Golden chalice or golden eagle, or I don't know what. Trying to find something that will work and especially reliably work time after time. It is an elusive subject. I know there's lots of other videos, lots of other content creators that also have published materials on what to do when Windows updates are broken. However, they're all pretty much known now. So I do have an objective in mind that we'll probably do on Saturday. I think it's going to not happen before that. That is unique, that I've never seen before. So what I'm asking Ken to do today is already documented in the industry, but to my knowledge, he hasn't done it yet. Now, part of it he has already done, or he thinks he's done. I am told that by Ken that he has deleted the software distribution folder, but I'm going to ask for him to do it in a different way that does some more things besides just deleting the contents of those folders. Now, he might have done it this way. I don't know. I don't know what method he used. So for the purpose of documenting this, even if he has used this method, I'm going to document this. And then there's more today than just the software distribution folder. So to get started with that, I'm going to bring up a screen on Baby Beast. If you're not familiar with what Baby Beast is, that's my secondary computer here. A little more complicated than that, but that's all I'm going to say right now. Here what I'm showing is that on Baby Beast, I have previously had the July cumulative update and the June cumulative update installed on Baby Beast. However, I have uninstalled both the July and the June updates, trying to get my computer into as close as possible to a similar state as Ken's. I tried uninstalling the May cumulative update, but it fails to uninstall. So I'm just going to work with it from here. Ken's last successful cumulative update was the April update. So that's what he's showing currently in here. Now, these are still part of my update history, but over here on the uninstall updates, I am showing that the last security update, this is a cumulative update, is 3942. If you look over here, you see 3942 is the May cumulative update that I'm unable to uninstall. When I first began uninstalling these, this cumulative update was displayed over here on the uninstall screen. I uninstalled it, and then I uninstalled that one. Now, this video is going to be broken up with some starts and stops in the recordings. This is not a live stream for this one because I need to do some processes that are going to run for a while, and I need to set up each next step. So I'm going to go ahead and pause. It's been just a few minutes since I paused the video. I'm working on a MacBook Air transition or migration to a new MacBook Air and had to formulate my next step here. And by the way, today is July 19th, 2022 on a Tuesday, 2:36 p.m. So what we'll do next here is we want to go take a look at the system software distribution folder. So I'm bringing up File Explorer. Yes, I can look this way because I have Baby Beast displayed here. Come down to the C drive and then double click on the Windows folder and then come down to Software Distribution. Right click and choose Properties. What we're doing here is I want to see how large the software distribution folder is prior to cleaning it out. Ken's software distribution folder should be much smaller than the one that's on Baby Beast right now if he did actually successfully clean it out. This is showing, what does that say? 8.88 gigabytes right up there. So I will cancel that. And then I'm going to switch to the OneNote. This is my tab that has my notes of what steps to take. This, as I mentioned before, this is not a curated document, so it's not going to be easy reading for anyone who's trying to read the other things in here. But this link right here takes me to the method that I want Ken to use for cleaning out the software distribution folder, because it does a lot of stuff other than just deleting the content in the folder. And I will have this link in the description of this video. So anybody could click on this link and get to the screen that I'm showing right now. And yeah, I should have an ad blocker on this, shouldn't I? This scroll bar here shows all of the stuff that this script file is doing. There's many things other than just cleaning out the software distribution folder. So if Ken used a rather manual method of doing that stop bits command and stopping a service, I think it is, and a few other things to manually clean out that folder, this is going to do more than that. You don't need to read through that. You don't need to read through a lot of instructions here. Just come up here on this button and click to download that. Now I'm actually going to perform all of the steps that I'm asking Ken to perform. I'm not just going to tell you how to do it. So then we come down here to this downloaded file, and we want to run that as admin. So I'm going to click on this overflow menu here and then choose Show in Folder. I'm going to do this right from the Downloads folder. It's fine to do it there. If you want to move it to some other location, that's fine too. I would, for my own purposes, I would move it to a different folder that I commonly use for various utilities. Here we'll right click on that and choose Run as Administrator. Answer yes to the user account control. And now be patient. This is going to take a little while to do this. It's how long it takes is going to vary from one computer to another and what state that computer is in. You can see that it's deleting some log files here. Okay, this isn't the software distribution folder it's working on now. This is also going to be re-registering some elements of the update background software, and I'm not even using the right words here. I'm just going through this. This is the steps that I want Ken to do. It's okay to see some access denied message or some other error messages, and then here we get to a message that says it is required to restart the computer to finish resetting Windows Update. Please save and close anything open now before the computer is restarted. Now before I actually, what this is going to do is ask me to press any key to continue. I think it's going to ask again, and it's just going to restart the computer. I want to swap around my cables a little bit so I can try to show the restart process more thoroughly than if I just rely on this second display capture card that I'm using right now. So here's another pause on the recording. Well, so much for that. I accidentally pressed keys on that keyboard, and it is restarting now before I got to swapping around cables. I got my keyboard and mouse for Big Beast build over here because I was typing notes regarding this MacBook Air project I'm doing. And then I press keys on this keyboard for Big Beast, but it's actually Baby Beast. So it's doing the restart. I think you get the idea. I think there was two, and the recording was paused at that time, so I can't show it. But where it said press any key to continue, I think it was going to be a second. Press any key to continue, and then it just restarts. So everything else needs to be already closed. Now, I didn't have everything else closed. I had some programs open. I had Google Chrome open and Microsoft OneNote open, but they're okay. There wasn't any data at risk there. Okay, so here we're back up. That's the keyboard for that computer. So I'll click and sign in. That process was deleting the software distribution folder. So let's go see what its size is now. I'll click on File Explorer, scroll down to the C drive, click on the C drive, double click on the Windows folder, and then scroll down to the software distribution folder, right click, choose Properties, and there it's only 7.55 megabytes. Now that batch file actually renamed the software distribution folder to this software distribution BAK. If I right click there and choose Properties, we should see that same, what was it, 8 gigabytes I think it was. There's almost done there. Come on baby, finish for me, finish for me. 8.88, yeah, there you go. So that reliably cleans up the software distribution folder and did a bunch of other things that are included in that script file. So I'm going to pause again and consider the next scene. Whoops, wrong mouse. Ay, caramba. Okay, there's unpause. I'm going to move forward with this. I've got the cable switched around, so I'm going to be able to show the full restart process. We're going to install that cumulative update now on my computer. It'll be successful on my computer. And I'm asking Ken to do this step. After finishing this, we're going to compile the setup log and ask Ken to email that to me so I can have a close look at the setup log on his computer, which is likely to fail. Now, if it's bad luck to say what I expect is going to happen, meaning I kind of expect Ken's computer is still going to fail, it might succeed because of that different process that we used to clean out the software distribution folder, if that indeed was different than what he did. If it's bad luck for me to declare what I think is going to happen, then that would mean that the update is going to install successfully for him, and I think I'd be okay with that. So here we go. I'll go to, yeah, I've got the right mouse. I know some of you are saying that. Doug, do you have the right mouse? So I press the Windows key and then type Update Settings. I'm just typing Update because I've done it before and this computer knows that's probably what I want again. I currently have updates paused on this computer because I wanted to prevent it from automatically installing the update. So I'm going to click Resume Updates. Now, during these next few steps, I'm going to leave the recording running real time, but I'm going to turn off my picture-in-picture. So if my picture-in-picture is off, you know that you can grab that playhead and scrub forward until I come back on. I'm not going to do any dialogue while my picture-in-picture is off, but I want to record this whole thing. I guess I should go ahead and click on this Resume while I'm describing this. I want to record this whole thing so that Ken can see where his update installation departs from mine. And Ken, perhaps you could take some photos when you see those steps where your experience departs from mine. So here's this 2207 cumulative update that's downloading right now. There's some flickering going on the top of the screen. I think that's perhaps related to my capture device. Well, look at there. It stopped flickering as soon as I said that. It's downloading there. It's reached 100%. If you are trying to install this update and you don't see it do the download, then that means the deletion of the software distribution folder did not work. Since we cleared out the software distribution folder, this update should have to re-download. Another thing that I think will be different than what Ken's experience had been is when we were looking at his update screen, it had a button for install now. Well, this is going to go right through and perform the installation without me ever clicking on an install now button. And that's the way this update should work. So here it says installing at 20%. And I'm not totally certain what the next, I think it's going to get up to installing 100% and then it's just going to restart the computer. So I'll be turning off the picture-in-picture. I'm going to try to keep my eyes on this so that I don't wind up having to go back and edit the video for the time period when I failed to realize it was ready for me to start talking again. I'm trying to do this so I don't have to edit the video. That's what I like about doing live streams is I don't have to do any editing. I don't have to do any uploading. So I'm trying to do this video with just no edits, just pausing at certain points. All right, so I'm going to turn off the picture-in-picture. You can scrub the playhead forward if you don't want to watch through all of this until you see my picture-in-picture happen again. Now, you could also, if you put your mouse on that playhead, hold down your mouse button and drag your mouse directly up. You should be able to see some thumbnails of the images on the video. That's a new feature that YouTube has added. Called it precision scanning, I think it's called, something like that. All right, here, turning off my picture-in-picture. 3, 2, 1, 0, click. Okay, I've got a restart now button. I thought it was going to restart. Well, I guess it should have a restart now button. I seem to remember in a previous test of this that it just restarted, but that was probably one of the other steps. I don't know. I only work here. I think I caught that pretty close to after it was finished. There are some times when it sticks on a number for a long period of time. You just need to wait it out. You can do Control Shift Escape to bring up Task Manager and see that there is actually numbers changing, things happening. But it can be very grueling if you sit there watching it and watching it. I did not. I left the room and I came back, I think, just about when it was almost done, but not quite done. So I'm going to click Restart now. And we'll be able to see more of the restart process because I switched around the cables so that the only monitor connected right now is my capture device. Oh, of course, it's going to go through some more time now in working on updates. So I'm going to turn off the picture-in-picture. And by the way, I forgot to mention at the beginning of this, when clicking to install that update, please write down the time that you start that installation of the update, because when we grab the update log file, I will want to use that time to find the correct beginning. Now, the log file, similar to what we saw in Process Monitor, it's going to have entries that are in the millionths of a second. So look at the clock on the computer, write down the full time, meaning hours, minutes, seconds, or when, maybe you round it off to the next minute when you're going to click, so that you actually click at the top of the next minute so that you can give me as accurate as possible. And even when you click on that restart button, if you could make a note of that time, that would be helpful too. So I'm not going to turn off the picture-in-picture. I'm going to switch the picture-in-picture to the zoom window. And the purpose of that is so that if it goes to a black screen or the screen's turned off during the reboot, with the picture-in-picture showing the zoom window, you'll know that the video is still running. And I'm also muting my microphone when I switch this. So here I'm switching to the zoom picture-in-picture, and now I'm muting my microphone in 3, 2, 1, 0, click. Okay, I don't know how long that was waiting, having finished the restart, so I might wind up having to edit a little bit out of that. I'll click here to log in. Windows key, update. Press enter on update settings. Check to verify that that update completed. So I'll view update history. And right up here should be at 5807 for July successfully installed today. Now we want to go get the log file. It also dawned on me, I'm going to need to put some kind of warning up front in this video somewhere, or a request for Ken to do an image backup before pursuing any of this stuff today. Thanks a lot, Doug. Now you say that. I'm going to have to put some piece at the beginning of this video for that. I forgot to do that. I forgot to say that at the beginning of this video. Put it that way. All right, so now we want to get to the log file. And what we'll do for that is I'm going to bring up my my OneNote document. When I click on that, ooh, that's interesting. Since I only have that monitor now, I can't see it. So I'm going to click on that at the same time I bring my picture up. Oh, well, now I got to go back and look at it to see if it's there. I was just a little bit concerned that I might have OneNote might come up on a different screen. And it came up on the right screen, so we're good. Get Windows Update Log is what we want to do next. Microsoft has made some improvements here. It used to be very cumbersome to be able to get these Windows Updates logs. And I think the last time I did it, it was really cumbersome, so I haven't been utilizing that. But it's pretty simple these days. So what you do is I'm going to minimize this because we don't really need that open, except for to know that phrase right there. Get - Windows Update Log. So I'm going to minimize this. Then I'll go to the Windows button and press the right mouse button and come here to Windows PowerShell Admin. Okay, we don't want to do a command prompt here. This is going to look a little similar to a command prompt, but we want Windows PowerShell Admin. So I'm going to left click on that, answer yes to the user account control, and then we get this blue window here. I wonder if I can increase that font size. I can increase the font size of a command prompt window. I bet the same thing works here. Yeah, it does. So let's do that. Yeah. Get - Windows Update Log. You don't have to do the same capitalization that you saw in my Microsoft OneNote. So that's the command, and press the Enter key. It's going to take a little while for it to complete this, depending upon how many updates you have. But since we cleaned out the updates using that script file, this was very quick. In my prior attempts at checking out the status of this command, it took a few minutes for this to finish. But down here at the bottom it says Windows Update Log written to C users Doug. So the only thing in that update log is this update, which actually means I'm not quite so concerned about those times of each of the steps of doing that update. So that is finished. I would need to get this on this. Oh, there it is. There's a blinking cursor at the bottom of this. Since I made it bigger, it's kind of hard to see that. So we got a blinking cursor at the end there. Type exit and press enter. If you have a lot of updates still, update logs sitting out there of prior updates, then it accumulates each one of those updates. These 4 files you see here, it'll be accumulating those for each of the prior updates that are still sitting in the logs. So I typed exit and pressed enter. It gets out to here. And then on the desktop, there's now a file called Windows Update Log. That is the log file. Ken, I'd like you to send that to me as an attachment. I'm going to go ahead and show what that looks like. and maximize it so we can see the whole thing. It's got these dates and times in here. And scroll down, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. So and there's some failed messages in here. That's okay. Those are normal. They happen. But there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. So when Ken sends that to me, I'm going to compare it to my log of a successful installation of that update. Now, of course, this is assuming that installing the update fails for Ken, which is what I'm expecting. Maybe I'm wrong. Go ahead. Prove me wrong. Make my day. I think Ken knows how to send attachments to me. If not, then Alex can help you with that. Is that the end of this video? I think it is. All right. Ken was kind of expecting this next video to be installing Windows on top of the existing installation or an upgrade in place. It was a little confusing to me watching the Ken Stout live show from last night. It looked to me like they were saying that they've already done an upgrade in place installation. I'm not sure we're meaning the same thing when we use that term. So I'm not sure if he's already tried that or not. This video right now is not that. And you know what? I have time to upload this today. So maybe I'll be uploading this today, and Ken wasn't expecting a video today. Surprise! All right. I hope that was useful. Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye. Find the right mouse, Doug. I can do that with my Stream Deck. Yes, I can. 3210, click.